Hello and welcome back to BlackJupiter. My name is Domo, and you know what I like? Mashing stuff together. Like Final Fantasy and Disney, Pokemon and strategy games, and cool-ass robots. But what if my fusions could be used to kill my friends and beat some of the most challenging yet rewarding JRPG experiences to be crafted? Well, welcome to Shin Megami Tensei, and one of its primary mechanics, fusing demons. For those not in the know, Shin Megami Tensei, abbreviated as SMT and how I'll be referring to it for the rest of the video, is a long-running RPG series developed by Atlas that has spawned a few mainline games and many spin-offs. You actually might have heard of one of these spin-offs. It's a little thing called Persona. Most games boil down to you grabbing demons, which are usually mythological creatures or concepts, and sometimes are just literal demons, and using them to fight things such as society, your pals, and usually God. Demons are usually strong at first, but quickly fall off compared to the player. So what do we do with these little trash guys? The answer is very simple. Fusion. The simple idea is that you slap two demons together to make a new one, usually stronger than the two you brought previously. In most games this would suck because your party members grow and learn new skills along the way, but in SMT that's not really the case. As mentioned before, demons take much longer to level up, and even then only learn a limited amount of skills via their level ups. They are quite literally made to be bad after a bit and to be fused. This process seems pretty simple, and in a lot of ways it is. So what makes it so great that SMT is such a renowned series now? It's the level of depth that can possibly be achieved within this system. You will hear players say that they have spent hours fusing demons inside the games, and in a lot of cases it's actually needed. I want to show off how fusion elevates these games, and then how the games also elevate fusion in turn to make them such beautiful and unique experiences. Let's start with the game that started it all. Yep, SMT1. No other game before did fusion, no other game at all. This is fusion at its most basic, and is the main framework for how fusion will work in most, if not all, SMT games. All demons in a game will have a race attached to them, some examples being Beast and Fairy. When fusing, the different races being fused will usually end up in a demon of a different race at a bit of a higher level. So the idea is to collect as many demons as possible and see how different races react with each other so you can create brand new fellas. Usually in fusion you want demons of similar levels, since having a demon with a higher level and one of a much lower level usually gives a middle of the road level demon. Above the lower one, but not quite reaching the highs of the higher one. Most players will get into a new area, negotiate with a bunch of new demons they see, nab them and throw them into the blender and see what can be made quickly to enhance their team. With new demons usually having new skills that they may not have seen before, or new more powerful spells to replace their old ones. It's not a super hard system to grasp because of the simplistic idea of it, but some further options are added. Element demons will make a demon of the same race as the other parent, but usually a tier above or below depending on the element used. This is really good for clearing out the compendium, or just trying to find some new demons if you really feel stuck in a certain section. SMT1 also introduces something called Sword Fusion, where you can fuse demons into a sword to change its properties. Since your main protag can't use any magic, this is a way to help customize him. SMT2 follows the same mechanics as SMT, but greatly increases the sword fusions that can be obtained, as well as adding something super important: skill inheritance. As the name implies, this is when skills from the two demons being fused are passed down to the new one made, which opens crazy amounts of options for players. Only one bad thing: it kinda sucks in this game. While skill inheritance is an amazing idea, SMT2 decided to add a bunch of stupid rules that make skill inheritance ultra complicated. I'm not an expert on this game, so I recommend this video by Ice Raptor as they go over all the rules and you can see how silly it is. But one of the most stupid rules I want to point out is that skills had a sort of ranking that would determine what skills showed up above others, which means that sometimes you simply could not get certain skills on a demon. Now we get to SMT Nocturne, and this is going to be the major meat and potatoes of this video. SMT Nocturne takes the fusion mechanic and turns it into the modern mechanic we know now, and it really shines in this game. Skill inheritance is now made much simpler, with demons being able to inherit most of the parent demon's skills with no silly caveat. The only thing that stops them is certain limitations, like a demon without a mouth could not learn Fog Breath, a move that needs a mouth. When fusing, the resulting demon will have a set of potential skill slots for new skills to be put into, and this is determined by the amount of skills held by the parent demons. This encourages players to use demons for a while, level them up, and then fuse them later since the resulting demons will now have more skills to be fused onto. Oh yeah, remember when I said there was no silly caveat? I lied. See, in base Nocturne, the demon could learn most of the skills from the previous demons, but which ones showed up on the demon were randomized. That means you could have the perfect build in mind, but you may need to spend dozens of minutes going through menus to get the perfect skills desired. This obnoxious mechanic played to other Megaten games like Persona 3, which also had skills randomized. This feature was fixed in the AC remaster of Nocturne, but I wanted to recount the tales of horror from players who had to spend grueling amounts of time resetting for perfect demon setups. Randomness or not, this allowed demon fusion to shine, since demons were now your only party members in the game. As in SMT 1 and 2, you had party members that were human that learned set skills. This team composition now allows players to build any kind of team they want for any situation, which Nocturne is built around. In Nocturne, you usually fight a boss, get whooped because it's a hard game, and hit up the Cathedral of Shadows to fuse an entire new team to counter that boss. Fusion gives as much as you put into it, which really makes it such a genius system. You can now get a demon, fill it with buffs, and have it resist or block a boss's element, and now completely destroy them. Or if you're going around a dungeon, you can fuse demons that might better counter the types of demons found throughout the dungeon, through elemental skills or passives added on. Fusion in a way allows the player to control the difficulty in their experience. It beckons to be mastered so you can see how fun it becomes as you get to determine how you will face the challenges thrown toward you. Spending hours in the Cathedral of Shadows isn't a chore. It's actually fun because seeing the different combinations and crazy demon ideas you can make become an active party member is just that much fun. It also gives these games insane replayability, as people can try using different demons in every run if they really want to. Since the demons you want may change depending on your player character build too. Nocturne also adds some other mechanics that let you make some crazy fusions, which are the Mitamas, bonus EXP, and sacrificial fusions. Mitamas are these guys: Ara, Nigi, Kusi, and Saki Mitama, and they add another important layer to fusion. When fusing Mitamas with another demon, it will result in the other demon again, but with some new nice perks. Each Mitama will increase a different set of stats, so if you have some resources, Mitamas can help buff your demons up very nicely. But that's not what we are here for. We are here for the Mitama's other purpose: adding skills to pre-existing demons. If your demon has some extra skill slots open, then fusing it with a Mitama will allow any skills on the Mitama to be fused into the already existing demon. Now, if you have a strong demon but really nothing to fuse it into, you can fuse Mitamas to improve its moveset, or you can do the opposite and add skills to a demon so that they can be passed on in a fusion. Mitamas are fused via elementals, so with enough planning you can fuse Mitamas with some nice skills, save them in your compendium, and buy them back at any time you want to create a new party member. Sacrificial fusions is another system that makes fusions much more fun in this game. On a full Kagatsuchi phase, you will be able to enter Cathedral of Shadows and do something called a sacrificial fusion, where a third demon is added to a fusion. This has tons of benefits, as sacrificial fusions allow you to use demons you may not have found use for prior, add new skills to a demon you are fusing, and increase skill slots available. The third demon added counts in the calculation for available skill slots, so I personally use sacrificial fusions a lot to make perfect demons with more skills and more slots. Sacrificial fusions come with another mechanic mentioned earlier, bonus XP. When sacrificing a demon for fusion, any XP on the demon is multiplied by 1.5 times and then added to the new demon. This means a demon that may be lower level can now be raised to a much higher level. So if you want a demon for its resistances or a unique move, you can now make that demon the same level as your main party, as you keep using sacrificial fusion to snowball EXP to one demon to another and pass it on. Nocturne adds a ton of mechanics that make fusion a much more fleshed out system, expanding the possibilities for demon fusion beyond any other game so far. While Nocturne would add the foundation for most fusion mechanics going forward, other games had specific fusion mechanics that they added or changed from this game to make it more unique in that title, and progress the system more overall. For example, Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey makes the crazy-ass decision to go back to the skill inheritance system similar to SMT 1 and 2, where demons prefer certain skills and will learn those over others. But for this horrible crime, we are granted a feature that enhances fusions and will become a much better system in a later game: demon sources. Basically, after using demons for a while, they will give you their source, which is an item you can use in a fusion to give skills to a demon. This in a way substitutes the previous mechanic of sacrificial fusion, being a third thing you add in a fusion to increase possible skills gained. Sources are rather rare though, as after you get them from a demon for the first time, they don't really give them again, and the only other way to find them is in chests. Overall, the fusion system in Strange Journey almost seems to be worse because of skill inheritance and the limitations of sources. But what if I said the game lets you cheat? Strange Journey bestows the player with the power of demon passwords, which allow players to enter in a code that gives a demon with predetermined moves. Passwords can be crazy broken and actually solve the issue of demon sources being scarce, since you never have to really lose one. See, if you have to save before a fusion, you can then use a demon source in a fusion, get the password, reload the game, and simply buy your demon back. This is crazy busted since you are never missing demons to use for skills unlike previous games. You basically always have a resource to add skills to demons as long as you can save scum. Oh, and also because passwords can get even more broken. You can use a generator online to make literally any demon you want with any skills and bring it to your game. Yeah, it's crazy OP, but I think everyone and their mom likes to break JRPGs once in a while. An extra little addition that benefits fusion in Strange Journey is co-op attacks, where a demon can hit a weakness and all demons that share the alignment with the attacker come in for an extra attack. While this isn't directly related to fusion, it enhances fusion by encouraging players to make more demons they normally wouldn't to gain those co-op attack bonuses. While here, I'll quickly talk about special fusions. This is not something unique to Strange Journey, but I still want to mention it here. This is where a specific combination of demons is used to make a unique demon that can only be obtained via that combination, and sometimes takes more than 2 demons to fuse. They are usually powerful or special in some way. For example, in later games, bosses become available as special fusions. Shin Megami Tensei 4, aka Peak, added apps to the games which allowed you to basically buy upgrades for the MC and his demons. These include increasing how many skill slots a demon has, lowering MP cost, etc. What I want to focus on is how these apps help with fusion and make it even easier to break. Some apps, such as the Fusion Booster apps, lower the level needed to summon the demon. So, if Flynn is level 15 and wants to fuse a level 16 demon, this normally could not happen. But the Fusion Booster app allows him to fuse this demon now. Obviously, this opens up brand new strategies for combat, since having access to more demons is always a plus at any point in the game. There are also apps that reduce the Maka cost for resummoning demons, which makes creating crazy demons much easier than other games since resummoning usually costs a ton of Maka. That means bringing over good skills is easier than ever. SMT4 adds another large change that would be seen in games going forward. Demons no longer have to keep their initial skills. Unlike an SMT Nocturne where passed on skills were added to a demon but their initial skills were always brought along, SMT4 allows you to choose all skills that the demons will have. This allows for far more customization as now you can truly make any moves that you want, aside from transferring over personal skills. I love these changes to Fusion. Some could say it makes the game easier, and that's a fair complaint, but overall more options to make a good demon means the game is more fun, and to me that's all that matters. Hey, remember like a few minutes ago where I said sources are made into a better mechanic? Welcome to Essences, respective of SMT5. Essences are similar to sources, being they are items that demons give you after using them for a bit that can be added to a demon to increase the skills they get. Although, essences are better in almost every way. See, back in Strange Journey, sources only gave up to 4 skills, and those skills were mostly ones the demon itself didn't learn. Meaning, if you grab the source of a demon that has some skills you want, there's a high chance it would not give exactly what you desired. Essences, on the other hand, give all possible skills the demon can learn, and you can later on inherit all skills from this list. You just need to upgrade your player character, the Nahobino, in a similar system to SMT4's apps called Miracles. Specific ones allow you to take more skills from essences, and other ones allow you to remove the cap on fusion at the end of the game, get XP on a newly fused demon based on stats of the parent demon, and also, SMT5 takes a step back from 4 and has demons keep their initial skills. And to get rid of this, you need to unlock a late game miracle. Lame step back, but them's the breaks. Essences also have the ability to change the affinities of your player character, which is a really cool way to let you customize the Nahobino. Essences technically go under its own form of fusion, plainly called Essence Fusion, since they aren't used in an actual demon fusion. SMT5 makes more great changes to fusion by adding many new quality of life features, such as reverse fusion and compendium fusion, with the former letting you view all possible fusions from the demons in your party instead of needing to go demon by demon and checking them all out, and the latter letting you view all possible fusions from every demon in your compendium. This makes fusion so much more streamlined and less time consuming, therefore making it a far more fun experience. I love essences and what they add to demon customization. It truly feels like all the power is put into the player's hands to make the demons they want, and not need to jump through a bunch of hoops and confusing fusion trees. As you can see, games after Nocturne experimented with fusion in their own ways, but all the titles mentioned in some way advanced the system to be even better than before. There is a reason fusion continues to be such a captivating mechanic and one of the reasons people even play SMT games. It puts so much power into the player's hands so they can find their own solution to issues the game presents. It's an addictive system with almost no end. You can optimize your demons so much if you really choose to just because of how open-ended it is. And it makes these games infinitely replayable if you choose so. Fusion is what helps SMT to be one of the most enjoyable and satisfying JRPG series to exist. And I'm very excited to see what future entries do to shake the system up and add something new to it. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video, and in the comments let me know which game is your favorite version of Fusion. And now it's time to thank our many wonders patrons, such as Bacon Insert Noun, Kaiser, Willpower784, Wonderland Snack, The Missing Samurai, Then For Ya, Horde X, and Blake Jekyll. If you'd like to see your name up here and get early access to BlackJupiter content, please consider supporting our Patreon. It's been my pleasure, and see you all next time.